Hello, and thank you for joining me in this live demonstration video of how to incorporate Core into a Squarespace website. Core also works within Knack data systems as well. And what Core enables you to do is to offload support via an AI agent rather than you having to manually handle email support queries. And so this will help you spend more time running your business, focusing on your products and services, whilst offloading the day-to-day interactions with your customers, clients, your users within this support mechanism. So on the on my Projects ID website, we go to Core, and from here we can see all the information about Core, everything that it provides, all the ins and outs, and also there's 3 subscription levels. There's Core Scout, Core Roamer, and Core Wizard. In this example, we will utilize the Core Wizard subscription level because with the monthly subscription level, you get the first month for free if you utilize a discount code, and this can help you test Core before fully committing to utilizing Core within your website. So we subscribe, and in this case, I want to utilize Core for Squarespace. So I'll click on this option. And here we have some more information about Core, but we just want to subscribe. And so we have the option of entering our inbuilt Squarespace domain. This is the domain that comes with your Squarespace website, and your custom domain if you have one. This just helps to whitelist these domains for Core usage. So this is just an example, so I'll incorporate this into here, and I'll use that example. And also the Office language, this is necessary to help Core understand its primary language that it will be speaking in. So if your website is built with English, so for example, we have different kinds of English. So I speak British English, so I would select English United Kingdom. And so this just helps Core to understand the language, its primary language. If you utilize a translation software, it's okay. The resulting information will be translated in that selected language by the user. And also Core helps to identify the inputted language by the user itself. So if your primary language is English, but the user is French and they communicate in French, but all the information is in English in the data system, then Core can help to identify the language, translate it, and then perform the search query. So there's still a good percentage of the results being related to the user's query. And then we just confirm, and then we subscribe. And so here, if you input Core Wizard, and we have the first month for free, and this can help us test Core before fully committing to the subscription. And then yes, we subscribe, and you will receive a notification email. You'll receive 2. One, a payments email stating that you've subscribed to Core, and then another email stating if you're a first-time subscriber that you need to confirm your account. Now we have received the confirmation email, and we click on the email to open it, and we simply click on the confirm account link. And from here we just have to confirm our details. Click on confirm, and then we make sure that our password is correct. And we submit. Now this will take you into the system where you can customize Dave. I already have an existing account within my own Project ID account, so let's have a look at this instead. So once you are logged in, you're greeted with this section here with the core system. Here you have the home page, access to core, assistance if required, and if there's any updates to core. So when you click on core, you have the two options. You have Knack or Squarespace. In this example, we'll take a look at Squarespace. And in order for core to exist in your Squarespace website, you have to go to Settings and Configuration. You have to make sure that your domains are updated. At least the Squarespace inbuilt domain needs to exist for this to work. And so what we do is we have to incorporate the code into our Squarespace website. So we click copy core code setup. And then in the header code injection of your Squarespace website, you simply copy and paste. But because I already utilize core within my website, I have the script here. And then the next thing we need to do is we need to copy the core HTML. And on the page on your Squarespace website, you click edits and you utilize a code block, which I already have here. And you insert the HTML, which we've copied. Here you have a custom loader animation. So if the web page is loading slow for some reason, then you can utilize a custom loader animation. And we also have custom loader CSS if we want to incorporate this example, if we want to, within the style tag. Once that's done, you then save the page, and then core is good to use. However, what we do need to do is we need to now incorporate content for core to utilize within its search queries. So within the update generals section, we need to give our bots a persona. We need it to understand how to behave in regards to users and how it should communicate, how it should talk. And so in this example, within my project ID Squarespace website, so with this bot persona, I've given it specific information that I want it to talk about. Its tone, its language, its engagement style, if it needs to be adaptable and versatile in regards to its communication, obviously its voice and its tone, if it's first person, third person, second person, how aware it should be in regards to its responses. And it's just some additional information as well about some of the key services, solutions that I provide within Project ID. And obviously here I give some additional sample interactions of how it should communicate to users. So for example, if someone is exploring branding services, then this is what the user is asking, and this is how core should respond. If there's a subscription comparison between, say, CX Plus or Pro subs, or if there's any sort of learning materials, blogs, articles, so on and so forth. Also, there's contextual nuance. Now, there's a difference between bot persona and contextual nuance. Bot persona is how it should talk and communicate, but contextual nuance is helping the bot to understand what your business is, what your website is, what you're providing, the products, the services. And so here I copy general information about everything in regards to what Project ID is, the products and services that we provide. There's a range of products and services. You can be as intricate as you want within this section. But do keep in mind though, that if you have many pages on your website and if you have a lot of products and services or a lot of blog articles, you don't place all of this in this section here. This is a generalized overview of your business, of your website, or whatever it is you want to be talking about. You can state pricing, you can state anchor links, which is actually quite beneficial because it helps the AI to generate this within the responses. And so you can see that I've been as technical as possible with the contextual nuance to help it understand the intricacies of my business and my website. However, there's also another section where if we go into this Squarespace core page, there's searchable content, and this is individual information, individual pages, individual articles, whatever it is that the AI can utilize to further generate a response, but further understand your website, your business. And so from here, I have 864 items within the contextual nuance, within the searchable content. And all of this information really just helps core to understand how information should be distributed to a user's query. So here, for example, we have a contact us page. So here we have the subject. This is helpful more for you to understand each searchable content, what it's about, but core also utilizes this field information. The content, generally speaking, are just copy and paste information from the web page or PDFs and place it into this section here. Also, however, depending on your subscription level with Wizard, with the core Wizard subscription level, I can utilize AI to generate additional field information, which is also utilized by core to understand each searchable content, how it's related to the user's query, and also it uses the information to also generate a response. So it can generate generalized responses or specific responses, although this is dependent on the user's query and how best they provide the prompt to core. And you can also incorporate URL references, an image, a video, or an iframe if you want additional information to be distributed to the user after their query. And I'll show an example in a minute. So all of this information just really helps core to understand each type of information about your business or topic or PDF or Word documents. It could be anything. It's not just about websites or web pages, it's about content in general. Also, within the content section, you can just utilize a simple paragraph tag, or you can utilize formatted HTML tagging. Now, there's a bit of a debate whether if having formatted content is helpful for AI to generate a response. After all, because they just utilize the information to generate the response. I would say it's good to have a formatted text, such as utilizing headers and paragraphs and things like this. It's good for you visually to understand each section within this content, but the AI can also benefit from understanding the flow style of the information. Although generally speaking, the AI is good enough to create its own content based on this information. So as an example, let's say we go to my website and I utilize core within the support section here, assistance. And so here, an initial greeting message will be yielded. This can generate a first time greeting message or a repeat user greeting message. Let's say I want to find out how do I contact you. So how do I contact you? And here we can see that the message is being generated through its process, and it will take some time to generate the message, a couple of seconds, depending on how technical the question is being asked, how much information you have within your searchable content, and the contextual nuance of core. And here we can see it's been quickly yielded. This is how we can contact us, and there's a link provided as well. I mentioned before that within the contextual nuance you can provide links, but also links are also provided in the additional sections. So here we go. So here I've incorporated this. So this, if you add links here in this section here, these are guaranteed links that will be added to the message within the related section. This guarantees that information in regards to links will be rendered. Because sometimes I found that with AI, sometimes it's kind of hit and miss. Even though if you tell AI to incorporate links, specifically you have to add those links within the searchable content or the contextual nuance. Sometimes it may add links or it may not. So the point of this section here, this related content, is that it guarantees information to be yielded. There's more links. You can also have an image or a video or an iframe. I typically just stick with URL references. So here, this is where information will be rendered. And here we can see that there's a maximum of 5 related content. And because I utilize mathematical equations to deduce the relatability of the user's query to our contents within core. So that's the searchable content and the contextual nuance together. And because I have over 800 searchable content items, we can see that there's a lot of information being rendered. Although you're more than welcome to eliminate using this section here. So if we go to update the general, update our general settings. So settings and configuration, and if we go to update general, so here we've got the bot persona, we have the contextual nuance, we can also update our language, which we already selected, and you can also determine which HTML elements you want to be rendered within core's response to the user. So this is the guaranteed HTML elements that will be incorporated within the response. So here you can be specific as to what HTML elements you want to be included. So here you can say I don't want H1 header 1 HTML elements to be included in the response, and also pre-formatted as well. I don't want those two, but other things as well can be incorporated. Here you can see that I've got table, video, source, and iframe. The AI won't necessarily generate these. These are only included if you include this HTML content within your searchable content or the contextual nuance. And so as I was mentioning before, if you don't want to have the related content section to be displayed, then you can just set it to no. Then that means that this section here won't be generated. I prefer to have this section included because it helps to guarantee links to be rendered, and that helps users to check out the sections even more. And who knows, it can also help to promote other website pages which may have otherwise been ignored. So it acts as like a free billboard advertising, as it were. So now this is a very simple response based on my query. So let's do something a little bit more technical. And here we can see there's an after response message as well. But let's go for a more technical response. So what kind of products and services do you provide? And so this will take a little bit more time, a little bit longer than usual to render, because I know from the amount of searchable content that I have and the amount of information I have within the contextual nuance, that it will take the AI some time to go through all of this information to yield the response. However, I guarantee that it's going to be a more technical response than this simple few liner response we had before from this "how do I contact you?" And so here we can see this is everything that Project ID provides. Our products and services, our branding services, online services, website subscriptions, and educational resources. And here we can see links are included because I know that within the contextual nuance, I've included anchor links. I specifically stated that these links have to be included. The thing with the AI is that it doesn't guarantee including the links, hence why we have the related content section. But I have stated these URLs within the contextual nuance. There is such a concept as artificial intelligence optimization, and this is very similar to SEO, which is search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is about your website's pages being visible in search results, and the same concept applies to AI when it's generating content. You need to optimize your content that you're providing to AI to help it better understand how to yield a response based on a user's query. So even though, for example, I copy and pasted content from my web pages, from my Squarespace website into the searchable content, You also have the option with the Wizard subscription plan to generate additional data to help provide valuable data, valuable keywords, and also providing some slight nuance and understanding to the content. So here we have the content, and so yes, this additional data which is generated by clicking here, regenerate content, and so this generated content is also utilized by core to yield optimal results to the user's query. And so AI optimization, it's not something where you can just click your finger and it's done forever. It will require consistent maintenance, just like SEO. And so through AI optimization, it's going to be regularly, maybe daily or weekly or bi-weekly or maybe monthly, depending on the size of your business, your website. You may have to perform tweaks to the data, to the information, trying out new keywords, new statements, new sentences of the information being stated. And this will help render the more optimal responses to the user's query. So that's cool. Thank you for watching.